How to build a house based on Vastu principles. There is a fantastic project by Khosla Associates, an architecture firm in Bangalore that you should check out. Vastu essentially is an ancient Vedic approach to architecture. Back in the day, people used the direction of the sun and the magnetic field of the earth to lay out the spaces in their homes. Some folks see Vastu as a trendy thing to follow, while others really believe in its scientific foundation or just want to steer clear of any negative energies in their living spaces. Vastu Shastra is the amalgamation of art and science, and it actually has some practical applications. Khosla Associates designed a house based entirely on Vastu principles as per the client requirement. The layout of spaces within the house is aligned with the plan of Vastu Purusha Mandala, an ancient Indian system of orientation and placement. In this video, we will dive into how to incorporate the concept of Vastu into designing a house. First, let's grasp the essence of Vastu Shastra. It essentially means the science of architecture, initially considered an art form. Vastu Shastra has now become a modern trend in Indian architecture. Its origin dates back to Rigveda, with the textual evidence spanning over 2500 years. Throughout history, Indian temples including Buddhist, Chaityas and Viharas have been constructed following the principles of Vastu Shastra. In today's world, there is a rising demand for house and building design that adhere to Vastu Shastra principles and guidelines. While some may view this trend as more superstitious, the truth is that Vastu Shastra is rooted in evidence and is recognized as a science of space. To understand how Khosla Associates integrated the planning of this house, it is essential to first grasp the concept of Vastu Purusha Mandala. So what is Vastu Purusha Mandala? Using grid in plans has really helped shape how spaces are laid out, kind of like a basic principles for Vastu Shastra called the Vastu Purusha Mandala. This mandala is basically a square grid that organizes spaces and are represented by a figure of a person within a site. It incorporates symbols like zodiac sign, constellations and planet to represent the whole solar system. Usually it is shown as a square, which is like the basic shape in Indian architecture. Once we know which way the site faces, we use the mandala to design floor plans, sort of like a model of the universe that guides the architecture design. It is like a metaphor for the plan of the universe, connecting people, buildings and nature. According to belief, the land is divided into 9 parts, each representing a deity that governs specific area and their effects, which then helps guide how rooms and spaces are arranged. For example, there are 4 main cardinal directions: east, which is known as Purav, west, which is Paschim, north, which is Uttar, and the south is the Dakshin. Additionally, there are 4 minor directions: northeast, which is known as Ishanya Kon, northwest, which is known as Vaivavya Kon, southwest, which is known as Nairitya Kon, and southeast, which is known as Agniya Kon, which symbolize the fire. The concept also extends to consideration for spaces above, which is the Urdhva, and below, which is the Adhar. By following these directional principles, spaces within a building can be strategically organized to enhance harmony and balance in line with Vastu Shastra guidelines. The basics of Vastu Shastra are deeply rooted in how cosmic forces and energy impact the earth. These forces play a significant role in shaping our environment, giving rise to 5 fundamental principles like earth, which is Prithvi, water, which is Jal, air, which is Vayu, fire, which is Agni, and space, which is Akash. According to Vastu Shastra, these elements form the core of the entire universe, including both the earth itself and the human body. By recognizing and aligning with these elements, Vastu Shastra aims to optimize the balance and flow of energy within a living space, ultimately promoting well-being and prosperity. These 9 boxes also represent the placement of planet and the universe. For example, east direction of Vastu Purusha Mandala is dedicated for the sun, whereas north is for the Mercury, south is for the Agni Kon for fire and Venus planet, the southwest is for the Nairitya Kon, which is for earth, the south is for Mars, the north is for Jupiter and for water and Jal. West direction is for Saturn, whereas the northwest is for the moon and the center of the house is for Akash, the space. Let's take one more layer of Vastu Purusha Mandala. The core principle of Vastu Shastra is all about figuring out what should go where within a structure. Starting with the north, which is ruled by Kuber, the god of wealth and prosperity. It's perfect for spaces like living rooms, sitting areas, offices and entrances. Moving to the northeast, guided by Ishwar, the god of religion and the Trinity. It's ideal for places like puja room, wells and underground water tank. The east, governed by Indra, symbolizes progress and growth. So it's great for entrances, guest rooms, verandas and bathrooms. In Vastu Shastra, the main entrance of the building is incredibly important. It is best if it faces the east rather than north. This positioning helps shield the entryway from direct sunlight, creating a more welcoming and comfortable approach to the building. In the southeast direction ruled by Agni, the god of fire, you will find energy and strength, making it the perfect spot for kitchen, generators and power supplies. On the flip side, the south, under the rule of Yam, signifies aspect of death, making it suitable for backyard and kitchen gardens. The southwest direction, influenced by Nairitya, represent a purity and cleanliness, so they are ideal for water closet, master bedroom and washing area. Moving west, guided by Varun, the god of water, it is the right place for overhead water tank and study rooms. The northwest direction, under the influence of Vayu, the god of air and wind, is perfect for bedrooms. Lastly, the central space of the house, associated with the Brahma, also known as Brahmastan, represent spiritual knowledge, making them ideal for courtyards. These directional associations are the backbone of Vastu Shastra, guiding the harmonious arrangement of spaces within architectural design. In the Indian context, the layout of room is often influenced by direction of prevailing winds. Typically, rooms are placed in the northwest direction, which is where the main wind came from. On the other hand, the diagonally opposite corner, specifically the southwest, is considered the most suitable spot for the kitchen. This placement strategy is quite practical. If a fire were to break out in the kitchen, the wind blowing from the opposite direction in the northwest, which keeps the fire away from the house. Moreover, the airflow also helps in disappearing odors and gases from the kitchen, making for a safer and more pleasant living environment. In Vastu Shastra, the direction you sleep is determined by how the sun interacts with the earth magnetic field. Since our bodies contains iron in our blood, we are affected by the earth magnetic field. According to Vastu principles, sleeping with your head facing north can disrupt the earth's magnetic line, which can mess up with your blood circulation and cause iron to build up in your brain. This buildup can lead to health issues like migraine, headache and insomnia. To improve your health and well-being, it is recommended to avoid sleeping with your head facing north and instead choose south and east direction that align better with the natural flow of energy as per Vastu Shastra. In Vastu Shastra, careful attention is paid to how structures are positioned and designed to reduce the effect of solar radiation, especially in the west and southwest direction. These areas are exposed to high level of solar radiation due to the sun's path from the east to west. Let's discuss the original layout of the house, where Khosla Associates incorporates key Vastu principles and align the structure based on sun exposure and climatic factor of the site. This started by orienting the house according to Vastu Purusha Mandala, with the northeast position at the top direction. In this arrangement, the southeast is designated for fire, the southwest for earth, and the northwest for water. Comparing the Vastu Purusha Mandala with the layout of this house, they are remarkably similar. The kitchen is placed in the southeast direction. As in India, wind typically travels from northwest to southeast. This positioning helps in case of a fire, as the prevailing wind would carry flames away from the house. Adjacent to the kitchen is a storeroom for kitchen supplies. The northeast is reserved for the puja room, with the dining area located nearby. At the center of the house lies a Brahmastan, serving as a courtyard that naturally ventilates the entire house from its core. The north side is designated for living area, ensuring that direct sunlight does not enter the house. This space enjoys ample exposure to wind and sky, making it the ideal spot for spending most of the daytime hours, thereby enhancing comfort. On the east side of the house, there is a court with greenery which infuses positive energy into the living space. The south side features room with the dressing closet situated on the ground floors, southwest, and the master bedroom on the first floor. A water pool is located on the north side of the house, facilitating the entry of cooling breezes and promoting passive cooling effect. The west side houses the guest bedroom. The prevailing wind enters the house from the northwest direction, cooling the indoor environment, while the kitchen is strategically placed on the opposite side, which is the southeast, to ensure that kitchen odors are directed away from the living areas. Overall, this thoughtful arrangement of spaces reflect a harmonious integration of Vastu principles and environmental consideration to create a comfortable and balanced living environment. Vastu is indeed a science of architecture, and when followed effectively, it can certainly enhance the indoor environment of the house. However, it's important to acknowledge that adhering strictly to Vastu principles can sometimes limit to creative freedom in design. From an architect's standpoint, it is evident that Vastu Shastra encompasses various energy concepts. While it provides a solid foundation for eco-friendly building practices, it is essential not to rely solely on it. Designing a structure also involves considering numerous other factors beyond Vastu principles. That being said, it would be unfair to completely disregard Vastu Shastra.
We can also implement these principles into our design and make architecture more beautiful and elegant. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you have any particular requirement of architecture video, you can comment down below. See you in the next video. Salute.